test track of the GPRSHO, going 80 plus miles an hour, so I'm interested to see if this extra top speed is going to translate to a better lap time with this machine. It already holds the fastest lap on our test course or test track, but I want to see if it can do better. And I'm just getting into our little test course here and just trying to spot the turnaround pole. And the tide is a little bit high, but I can barely see the top of the turnaround pole. It's probably going to be a little bit tricky to spot coming up here at full speed. Go take a look into the slowdown section of the track. I want to make sure it's clear of logs because we're going to be coming in really hot into the slowdown area. There's not a lot of space, and you can see one of the danger logs here in the slowdown area if you look really closely, but it is far enough under that it shouldn't be a problem. Line this thing up and go for a lap. The nice thing about this ski is even though it's super fast, when I come into the slowdown section, it's really not too tough to keep it in line to get it slowed down. That lap felt good. Definitely a lot of top speed in the straight sections, and I was letting off through the S-curve because, well, it was just a little bit too gnarly for me to hold it wide without going for quite a few practice laps first. But I ended up doing it in 35.21, which is a very good time, super fast. I'm just gonna line it up and go for another lap because everything's feeling good, and see if I can beat that fastest lap time. See what the lap time was, and it's coming in at a 34.49, which is the fastest lap ever on our track. A note from the editor's desk: this lap felt a little bit too easy. I'm gonna go ahead and review these lap times frame by frame and make sure that they are legit. So give me a few minutes and I will be back to let you know if these lap times are legit. I do have the final verdict on these lap times, and as I suspected, they were just a little bit too easy. The tide being in so far, it was hard to see one section of the track that I was accidentally cutting. Now let me show you what's happening in these laps. In the S-curves, when I look through the footage frame by frame, I can see the land underneath the ski, which means that the S-curves are being cut, which makes this a cheater lap, and the lap time doesn't count as the fastest ever. Not that I was doing that on purpose, but with the tide being in so far, it was hard to see one section of the track. Although it's no real big loss because this ski already holds the fastest lap time on our track. Just would have made that lap time even more unbeatable. Although I do think it does have the potential to set a new fastest lap time, I cannot use these laps because they are cheater laps, and the integrity of our track times matters more than setting new lap records. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and that's gonna do it for this one, and I will see ya in the next video.